And so I have a very solid foundation, but most people don't. A lot of young people are watching who are like 18 years old. Young people who haven't even like put their basic survival together. People who still live with their parents, people who still haven't had their first job, people who are struggling to get a job, people who don't have a career, people who struggle with finances, can't even afford to pay their electric bill next month, people who don't have a place to live, people who have toxic family situations that they're in, who can't leave their family, people who are trapped in some shithole third world country that has a lack of opportunities and threatens their survival, people who are in physical danger, people who have mental disturbances, um, people who've been abused, people who are just vulnerable, people who have a giant victim complex. People who haven't even had sex yet and struggle to get laid. Um, so, like people who have not put their life together. And then when you start talking to them about solipsism, what's going to happen? Is that really what they need? Some of you guys have expressed that you felt betrayed by the fact that I said that I wouldn't be sharing my deepest insights publicly anymore. Um, Let me address that point. Uh, don't don't feel betrayed. Um, First of all, I've already shared with you such deep insights that I've shared enough for you for a lifetime. Second of all, what I meant was that I just need to find a better way to share the insights. Um, I'm still working that out, and I'll be addressing that in part two, the second half of this episode. I'll give you some news for those of you who are like really hardcore fans that want the deepest stuff from me. I'll share you some ideas of how that might happen. I'm still trying to figure that out. But it's just that, look, the problem with the deepest insights is that when I put it into words, it it corrupts the insight. It literally can't be shared in the way that you want it to be. I wish it could be. The words become a distortion and a corruption. So, don't feel betrayed about that. It's just that, when you reach the highest levels of awakening, you'll understand why I'm so hesitant about sharing it with you and putting it into words, and why I wanted you to discover it for yourself, and why I would want to hold stuff back. I'm not holding stuff back out of fear of cancel culture or some nonsense like that. There's actually a deep existential sort of metaphysical reason for why I'm holding this stuff back. And that's simply because truth really can't be spoken. And even though you want the answers, and I was like that too, when I started off on this journey, I would just want the enlightened master, guru, who I was, learning from, to just give me the answer, like, just give me the fucking answers. Don't play games with me. And I couldn't understand why they played games with me. And that was very frustrating for me. So I totally get if you're frustrated about that and you just want the answers. I think I've been more explicit than almost any other spiritual teacher you'll find out there, giving you explicit answers to many things. In fact, if anything, I've been overly explicit. And I could be criticized for the fact that, like, Leo, you're putting the truth too much into words. Give them more space to discover for themselves. Just give them the techniques and give them a few pointers, but then let them get to work. Don't just give them all the answers. In a sense, it's like I'm a math teacher who's been giving you the answers to every single homework assignment before you've even attempted to solve it. You could say that that's a disservice to math students to always give them all the answers. Let them solve some of the problems for themselves without giving them the answers. Because otherwise, how do they really know that they can reach those answers on their own and that, they really have a solid comprehension of the math versus just memorizing the answers and thinking that they know how to do math. See, you don't really know how to do math until you're given a problem that there is no answer to and you try to crack it.